Hello boys and girls, a very good evening and welcome to this live doubts clarification session on quantitative aptitude brought to you by Talent Sprint. I hope all of you are doing well, you are healthy, and so is your preparation for all the upcoming bank exams, starting from the RRB exams, which are scheduled to begin from the 9th of September, right, followed by IBPS PO, which is to start from the 7th of October, right? And I am hoping that all of you have already completed your application for IBPS PO exam. Let me remind you that the last date to apply is 5th of September. So you have only 2-3 more days left for that. And if you haven't applied already, please make sure that you do it today itself, right? Right after the live session is over, I would suggest that you should go and complete the application process. Yeah. And I was just looking at the chat before going live. I guess the application date for Assistant Central Intelligence Officers, right? That notification was released by Intelligence Bureau, has been extended. So, you know, some of you were saying that it's a good news, but I think you should have done with your application by now already, right? I mean, what's the good news if the application date is getting extended? I mean, definitely good news for those who have not been able to apply it, but yeah, it's like a 1-hour task, right? So ensure that you complete your application at the earliest possible. Remember, all these government exams or bank exams where the syllabus is largely the same: quantitative aptitude, reasoning, English language, or in some exams there will be general awareness, right? I would suggest that you should apply for all the exams, right? Appear for as many exams as possible. See, while your focus may be to get a bank job or to get a government job through SSC, nothing wrong in having a plan B, right? I mean, you know that the success rate in these exams is too low, right? I mean, only 1.5% of the candidates get their job. So you should definitely focus and plan to get your dream job, but always have a plan B as well. So apply for these exams, in my view, right? Appear for all these exams. Okay. Now, for those who have recently enrolled in our program, let me mention that for those who have recently enrolled in the program, let me mention that there's this chat box right beside your video screen which you can use to interact with us. So if there's anything that you want to ask relevant to what is being discussed here, or if you have any general query, please feel free to post it there and we would love to take it up. And let me also explain you the process that here we will solve the unanswered questions from the discussion forums of quantitative aptitude. Yeah, I have been talking about some changes that we are planning out to ensure that your questions are answered at the earliest possible, and I'm glad to tell you that things are falling in place. We have dedicated people who are working on the discussion forums now and answering the questions as quickly as possible, and only the typical ones or the ones which are left unanswered are being taken up for the live sessions, and I'm sure this is only going to go better and improve from here. All right, you'll start seeing the results in a couple of days, I'm sure. Okay, so I think that's one update I had for all of you. And as a process, let me tell you that you will not be posting any subject questions directly in the chat. You have to post subject related questions only in the discussion forum, and it is from there that we will choose and solve the questions here. All right, now before I actually share my screen and present the first question of the day today, let me also tell you that we have got some feedback about the current affairs session that we are doing, and the feedback that we are collecting, right? I mean, I'm sure you must have seen these pop-ups that you get when you log into the learning portal, right? When you log into banking.talentsprint.com, you get these messages popping up through our service, right, which will ask you for feedback, which will give you notifications about exams, notifications about live sessions, notifications of results being declared, notifications about any general thing there, and we also pop up messages when we want to collect data from you, right, when you want to collect survey from you. So there was a feedback from some students that these are annoying and disturbing, especially when you are like trying to prepare for the exam. This pops up and asks you for some feedback. So we take that feedback very positively, and we have now cut down the number of messages that we are showing through that. You will always get an SMS reminder for anything that happens, right? Be it an exam result or an exam notification or a live class or an all-day mock exam, right? So you will be communicated through that mode of SMS mostly. And for very important things, we'll have these pop-up messages, and otherwise we'll cut it out. Yeah. And like I said, the other feedback was about the current affairs sessions. The point being made is that, it's just a presentation with some voiceover, right? I mean, GVK sir is talking there, which some of you have mentioned that even we can do. So we don't have an immediate solution for this, but yes, we do acknowledge your valuable feedback there, and we are trying to do some changes. We haven't really thought through about it, but yeah, we will come up with some changes in your current affairs sessions as well, right? So please keep sharing your valuable feedback and help us improve this platform so that you can have a great learning experience and improve your chances of selection in these highly competitive exams. All right. Now let me quickly see who all have joined the chat. I think time to discuss the solutions to the questions that we have now. I'll be sharing my screen immediately. But before that, if there's anything general that I have to take up, I think a lot of you have joined here. Vidya Shri, Biva Upadhyay, Venkatesh, Aishwarya. Aishwarya says this is my first session. So welcome Aishwarya. I hope you have a great learning experience with us. Then we have Vaibhav, Sneha, Ayushi Tripathi, Raghu, Naveen, Preeti Kumari, Harita, Arpita, Trilochan, Amit Verma, Chandan, and many others there, right? Abhishek says grace time has been given to us. Yeah, I think he's talking about the extension of last date for the IB notification. Yeah. Then we have Hitesh, Vijay Kumar. Okay, Sagar Singh has got some comment here. He says, sir, I have personal thing to ask in these days. Okay, in these days I have not been feeling sleepy till every time my mind used to study and give plenty of mocks. Please let me know how to calm myself. Just need your suggestion to boost me back. Well, what you have actually pointed out looks positive to me. There's nothing wrong about it, right? You're saying that you've not been feeling sleepy and you feel like studying and giving more and more mock exams, right? Which is good. I mean, I'm sure others have a challenge otherwise, right? I'm feeling sleepy and I don't feel like studying and I don't feel like giving mock exams, but it's like quite opposite to that. But maybe, like they say, too good is bad, right? I mean, too much of anything is bad. So it looks like you are moving in that direction there. But Sagar, I think my only advice is that this is a very crucial time, right? I mean, you have only about 35 days left for your IBPS PU exam. So in these 35 days, even if you are like, let's say, sleeping for 3-4 hours of if you're getting 3-4 hours of sleep every day, it should be enough. So don't really worry if you are not feeling sleepy. I mean, don't be tensed. Keep preparing, keep practicing, doesn't matter. But yes, not at the cost of your health, right? I mean, you should not be losing your health in any form get something not in favor of you before your examination, right? So I think take it positively. More importantly, there's nothing that I can say. Yeah. Or maybe you can do one thing, that cut down some preparation. It looks like you have prepared too much, or you're like thinking too much about it. So if you're preparing for, let's say, 15 hours a day already, maybe out of those 15 hours, try to spend 2 hours in some other activity, right? Something that you like, some hobby of yours, like listening to music or painting or whatever. Again, I would advise to keep that hobby indoors, or do something indoors, right? Because outdoor activities again can be dangerous at this time. So I think the advice, Sagar, is cut down in preparation, and yeah, take it positively. This is all for your good. Yeah. Okay, others there we have Rahul and Ravindra, Venu Madhavi, Usha Kiran, Deepak, and who else? Nilesh Chaudhary, Shruti, and many others. Good. So welcome, guys. I think I'm glad that you all have joined in this live session. Time now to start the discussion. Ayush Tripathi says, I'm stuck on 15 to 17 questions in quant. How can I increase my speed in miscellaneous questions in 7 days? I think Ayushi, my evergreen response to these questions is to practice on your calculations. You are stuck with just 15 or 17 questions is because you are not good in your calculations. Yeah. Lakshman Abhishek says, sir, reading all paragraphs related to current affairs takes a lot of time. If you want to do it in one day, live sessions of current affairs helps me a lot. Yeah, live sessions definitely helps you, but I'm sure we can do something to make it even better. Okay, so should we start solving the questions now? We also have Bhavani here who says, this is my first session, great to see you in live session. I think, yeah, I'm used to these live sessions like any other day for me, Bhavani, but yeah, great to see you joining us in this live session, and I hope your journey with us is a memorable one and you get your dream job through this platform. And I think Mayur's first session again. So all I would do now is, without wasting a second anymore, present the first question to you all and give you an appropriate time to try it out yourself, and then we'll discuss the solution immediately. All right. So let me just pull up the first question. Okay, here's the first question on your screens now. This was posted by Pradeep Kumar B. Looks like a question on allegations and mixtures, huh? See what it says. There are two alloys P and Q made of silver, copper and aluminium. Alloy P contains 45% silver and rest is aluminium. Alloy Q contains 30% silver, 35% copper and the rest is aluminium. Then these alloys P and Q are mixed in the ratio of 1:4.5. The approximate percentages of silver and copper in the newly formed alloy is. Yeah, so I think not a very complex one. I'm sure you should be able to solve it yourself very quickly. I will give you 1 minute for this and your time starts now. I think Ronak is also new to these live sessions, and so is Nageshwara Rao. So good guys, good to see you all. Sagar Singh has got the answers. He says it should be 29 and 26%. Option 2. I would wait for others. Sagar says it should be 29 and 26. Option 2. Option 2. All right. Sagar has got option 2. How about others? We have Simala, who says this is also my first live session. Good. Welcome guys. Welcome to Talent Sprint. Got the answers? Atish says it should be option 1. Atish has got option 1, which is 33 and 29. So it's not matching with what Sagar had mentioned earlier. Naman has also got option 1. Abhishek has got 1. Trilochan has got 2. Lakshman has got 2. Srinivas Raju, Tanya, AJ, all these guys have got 2. So I think, yeah, many of you have got option 2, 29 and 26. But then Abhishek, Naman Agarwal, Atish, have got 1. Nayan has also got option 1. Yeah, I think a lot of newcomers today. Trilochan, Sahu, then we have Narendra and others. Hitesh says it should be 33 and 29, which is option 1. Abhishek has also got 33 and 29, which is option 1. Okay, time now to no audio. Hold on. I see Isha mentioning that there's no audio. Guys, I'm sure audio is working fine. Yeah, so I think the confusion is between option 1 and option 2. But if you can, I'm sure you're able to hear me, right? Yeah, so time now to discuss this. Not many. Yeah, Nayan has confirmed that the audio is fine. So I would quickly share the screen again and discuss the solution for this one. Here we go. All right. So here's the first one. This was posted by Pradeep Kumar B. It says there are two alloys P and Q made of silver, copper and aluminium. Alloy P contains 45% silver and rest is aluminium. Alloy Q contains 30% silver, 35% copper and the rest aluminium. Alloys P and Q are mixed in the ratio 1:4.5. The approximate percentages of silver and copper in the newly formed alloy is. Right, so we have to do some approximate calculation here. I would like to stress on the word approximate, right? So don't waste your time in doing a precise calculation there, right? We have to find out the percentages of silver and copper in the newly formed alloy. So basically he says there are two types of alloys, P and Q, that we have, and these alloys are made up of silver, copper and aluminium. So it's a mixture of silver, copper and aluminium. Now alloy P has got 45% silver and the rest is aluminium, which means there is no copper. Yeah, and alloy Q has 30% silver, 35% copper and the rest is aluminium. Then P and Q are mixed. In what ratio? 1:4.5. See, 1:4.5 is as good as 2:9, right? I mean, try to take it in a simple form. 1:4.5 is equal to 2:9. So basically it's like you take 2 parts of alloy P, 9 parts of alloy Q and mix them. When you mix them, these silvers and aluminiums and coppers in these two alloys will also get mixed. And you will get the new concentrations, the new percentages. So we have to find out the approximate percentages of silver and copper in the newly formed alloy. Now, first and foremost, alloy P. Look at alloy P. What is it? It has got silver, copper and aluminium. Alloy Q has also got silver, copper and aluminium. You don't have to do this drama in the exam of drawing boxes and all that. I'm just doing it for the sake of explanation. So alloy P has got how much silver? 45% is silver and the rest is aluminium, which means there is no copper, 0% copper, and the rest 55% is aluminium. Right? If 45 is silver, obviously remaining 55 is aluminium. Then alloy Q has got 30% silver, yeah, 35% copper, and the rest is aluminium. What is the rest? 35% is the rest. So 30 plus 35 plus 35, like 70 plus 30, 100%. So total is 100%. I mean, you know that total is always 100%. Now these two are mixed together. These two are mixed. In what ratio? 2:9 ratio. Right, so 2 parts of P and 9 parts of Q to get a new alloy. Let's say we get a new alloy, right? New mixture. Now again, that will have some silver, copper and aluminium. So he's asking us to find out the percentages of silver and copper. How much is silver and how much is copper in the newly formed alloy? How much is silver and copper in the newly formed alloy? Now I think there are 4 options given to us. The percentages of silver given are 33%, 29%, 35%, and of course, 4th option is none of the above. So we'll have to do a complete calculation, I guess. But yeah, you can either calculate silver percentage or copper percentage to get the answer in my view. Let's try to find out silver percentage. How do you do? How do you solve this? See, let us assume that there are 2 parts of alloy P and 9 parts of alloy Q, 2x and 9x. How much will be the silver in the new alloy? S dash, let's say, S dash and C dash. Yeah. So how much will that be? S dash will be equal to, see, 45% of 2x plus, we will get 45% of 2x silver. We will get 45% from 2x as silver plus 30% of 9x as silver here. 30% of 9x divided by, see, he's asking us to find out the percentage, right? So total silver here is 45% from 2x, 30% from 9x divided by 11x. Total is 11x, right? Total quantity of this new alloy is 9 plus 2, 11x. So out of 11x, how much is silver? Out of 11x, 45% of 2x plus 30% of 9x is silver, multiplied by 100 to get the percentage requirement, right? He's asking us to find out the percentage of silver. Now do the calculation. Similarly, you can find out the copper as well, right? How much would copper be? C dash. C dash would be like 0%. So you understand? C dash will be equal to 0%. So 0 from the first alloy P and 35% of 9x divided by 11x into 100. Find out the copper percentage. You will get the answer. All right. So do the calculation. 45% of 2x. See, I think x anyway gets cancelled, so forget about x there. 45% of 2. 45% of 2 is 0.9. 30% of 9 is 2.7. So 0.9 plus 2.7. It's like 3.6 by 11. Yeah. So how much is this? 3.6 by 11 into 100. I think approximately 1/3, right? 3.6 into 1. 3.6 into 3 is 10.8. 3.6 into 3 is 10.8, right? 3.6 into 3 is 10.8. 10.8 is very close to 11. So I can say silver is 1/3. 1/3 of 100, which is 33%. Approximately 33%. Yes or no? 33%. So clearly option 2 and option 3 get eliminated. Answer should either be option 1 or option 4, none of the above. See, what I have calculated so far is silver percentage. Silver comes out to be 33. Now, if you are ready to take a chance, mark option 1 and go to the next one. If you are not sure about the second percentage, 29 here, which is for copper, then do this calculation. If that comes out to be 29 approximately, option 1 is the answer. Otherwise, none of the above. Right? 3.6 by 11 came out to be 1/3. 1/3 is 33%. Now do this copper calculation. So this is 0 anyway. 35% of 9x. Again, x gets cancelled. 35% of 9x. Or easier way of doing it is like this percentage and 100 gets cancelled. 11 goes approximately 3 times here. 3 into 9, 27. Somewhere around 27. Yeah. Approximately 27. So I think, in fact, it should be greater than 27. See, what did we do? We said this percentage and 100 gets cancelled. Percentage like by 100, right? By 100 and 100 gets cancelled. We were left with 35, 9 and 11. Now 11 into 3 is 33. So this is 3 point something. 3 point, let's say, I think it comes out to be 3 point, then 2 is left out, right? 3.2. 3.2 into 9. 3.2 multiplied by this 9. 3.2 into 9 is how much? Yeah, 3.2 into 9 would be 27 plus 1.8. In fact, 28.8. Not even 27, 28.8. Yeah, so close to 29, approximately 29%. Yeah, that's what we got here. So option 1 is the final answer. Right? Option 1, 33% and 29% should be the final answer. Now let me tell you that the solution is not lengthy. It appears to be lengthy because of all these steps that we have put on paper, but most of this written explanation was just the question itself, right? This was for your explanation. So everything that has been highlighted in red need not be put on paper. I think the only steps that you put on paper here is whatever calculations that we have done. Yes or no? So if I have to highlight in reds and greens to show you what needs to be done and what need not be put on paper, this is what you have to put on paper. Just play with numbers and get the required percentages. What do we do? 45% of 2, 30% of 9 divided by 11. Get the answer. Only play with numbers. So should not take much time. I think about 45 seconds and you'll be able to get the answer as option 1. Understood all of you? Can I go to the next one? I think many of you had got option 2 here to this question, which is incorrect. Yeah. Should we go for the next one quickly? Okay, Nagashri Ravindra has asked 2:9 how? See, 1:4.5. We are multiplying both the sides by 2. 1 is to 4.5 is not an easy ratio to work with, right? So multiply 1 with 2, multiply 4.5 with 2. You know that in a fraction, when you multiply both numerator and denominator by a common value, it doesn't impact the fraction. So it was like 1 by 4.5, I'm multiplying numerator by 2 and the denominator by 2. Yeah. So 1 into 2, 2, 4.5 into 2 is 9. That gives you 2 is 9. Vijay Kumar says, I am little confused in the option. In one way, one option is none of these. In this question is asking approximate calculation. How is it possible to make both the statement follow? You are actually right, Vijay. I mean, strictly speaking, when the question is asking us to find out an approximate answer, then you should not have none of these as an option at all. I mean, it is not it is not appropriate to have an option as none of these when an approximate calculation needs to be done, because you know, while 33 and 29 are close to the real values there, we can say the answer is not 33 approximately. The answer is 33.2 approximately, and it's not 29 approximately, it's 28.8 approximately. And you can say fifth option, none of this is correct. So that argument always holds valid, but yeah, I think here we are just choosing the best of the 4 options, and yeah, 33 and 29 are actually close to the real answers. But I agree with you, when the question has got approximate calculation involved, we should not have none of these as an option. It doesn't make sense. Okay, should we go for the next one? Yeah, let me. Okay, there's some feedback about including the time limit in speed math test. That also is in progress, guys. We will be having limited time for your speed math test going forward. The technical team, the technological team is working on it. Now let me present the next question to you all. Should we? Here's the next one. This is on time and distance. Sagar Singh had posted this. Try this out. A train has to travel the distance between Aurangabad and Daulatabad equal to 20 km at a certain speed, at a constant speed. It traveled half the way with the specified speed and stopped for 3 minutes to arrive at Daulatabad on time. To arrive at Daulatabad on time, it had to increase its speed by 10 km per hour for the rest of the way. Next time, the train stopped halfway for 5 minutes. By what speed must it increase its speed for the remaining half of the distance to arrive at Daulatabad as per the schedule? Oh, so that's an interesting one. Time and distance, or trains to be specific. I think I should give you 2 minutes to work on this, and the clock starts now. Yeah, I think the first thing that all of you need to work on is to find out the speed of the train. I think we can get that right. There's a mention of time there, there's a mention of distance there, so I think speed can be calculated. So try to find out the speed of the train and then things will fall in place. Soumya has just posted a question on the chat here. 4 men and 6 women can complete a work in 8 days and so on, right? Soumya, I am afraid that I'll not be able to take it up directly through the chat. Please post it in the discussion forum. Chalo, I'll wait for your responses to this one. Let's see how many of you are able to crack this. Correct? No, I think you got the speed, which is 16 kilometers per hour, looks like that, but the question is not, okay, the question is also about that, yeah? By what speed must it increase its speed for the remaining half of the distance to arrive at Daulatabad as per the schedule? So let me see who all have done this. Sagar says, okay, Sagar has given the answer options here. Sagar, why didn't you pose the question with the options itself? Now you are giving the answer options, huh? 10, 20, 15, 16. So Vengala Raju has got 60 kilometers per hour. Hemant has got 16. Vishnu Priya has got 16. Jagdish has got 16. Lakshman has got 16. Avinash has got 16.66. And Darshini has got 15. I would wait for 30 more seconds before we take this up. Sagar says I'm getting 250 kilometers per hour. 250 kilometers per hour. Okay. Sagar has now given us the answer options with the answer that he has got. Let's see. Should we take it up? Chalo, I think time now to discuss this. Let's not waste any more time. But I only want one confirmation, not a confirmation, but a status update from you guys that have you been able to solve this or stuck? How many of you have not been able to solve it? How many of you are stuck? Like Isha and Vijay Kumar and Harita, Tanya, Rahul, Hitesh, Abhishek, Chandra Neeraj, Anil, Jeevan, Ravindra, many of them have mentioned that they are stuck. Yeah. So shall we solve this now? I think, yeah, let's solve this. I have given you enough time. Here we go. So the question, like you can see, was posted by Sagar Singh. It says a train has to travel the distance between Aurangabad and Daulatabad equal to 20 kilometers at a constant speed. It traveled half the way with the specified speed and stopped for 3 minutes. Now to arrive at Daulatabad on time, it had to increase its speed by 10 kilometers per hour for the rest of the way. Next time the train stopped halfway for 5 minutes. By what speed must it increase its speed for the remaining half of the distance to arrive at Daulatabad as per the schedule? So understand the question now very clearly. It says there is a train which has to travel a distance between two stations, Aurangabad and Daulatabad. Yeah, which is equal to 20 kilometer, right? The distance is equal to 20 kilometer and it has to travel this at a constant speed, right? This distance has to be covered at a constant speed. Now what happened here? It traveled half the way. It traveled half the way with the specified speed and stopped for 3 minutes. So out of 20 kilometers, it traveled half the way, which means it traveled 10 kilometers at the specified speed. But then it stopped for 3 minutes. Now, obviously, if the train has stopped for 3 minutes, it has to now, run at a higher rate, at a faster speed, so that it can arrive at Daulatabad on time. So what did it do? It traveled half the way with the specified speed and then stopped for 3 minutes. Now, to arrive at the station on time, it had to increase its speed by how much? 10 km per hour. It had to increase its speed by 10 km per hour for the rest of the way. Rest of the way here is the other half, 10 km. Right? So understand, it traveled half the way means it traveled 10 kilometers. Rest of the way here means 10 kilometers because total distance is 20 km very clearly. So half is 10 and the other half is 10. Now next time, some other time, what happened? The train stopped halfway for 5 minutes. This time, in this case, it stopped only for 3 minutes. But next time, it seems the train stopped in the middle after halfway of distance being covered. It stopped for 5 minutes this time. So by what speed should it increase its speed this time so that the remaining half, which means the remaining 10 kilometers of the distance, can be covered as per the schedule, right? It can arrive at Daulatabad as per the schedule. So I'm sure all of you have understood what the question is, right? So let's work on the solution now. What do we do? let's say these are the two stations, right? Aurangabad and Daulatabad. The distance to be covered is 20 kilometers, right? Total distance to be covered is 20 kilometers. Now, there's some speed of this train. I mean, this train is moving in this direction. Let's assume the speed of the train is s. It runs at the speed s, and the time taken to cover this distance is t. See, he's talking about some schedule, right? I mean, there's some schedule which has to be followed, right? To arrive Daulatabad on time, to reach Daulatabad as per the schedule, which means there's some time which is given, that it has to cover this distance in so much of time, right? Distance of 20 kilometers at speed s and in time t. Yeah, that's the basic equation. Now you know that distance is equal to speed into time. So can I say s into t? The train has to travel at the speed of s kilometers per hour for t hours. For t hours to cover the distance of 20 kilometers. So s into t equals to 20. That's first equation. That's a very basic equation, you know, right? Speed into time is 20. S into t equals to 20. Now, what happened in the real case? In the real case, it traveled halfway, then it stopped for 3 minutes, and then it had to increase the speed by 10 km per hour for the other half so that it can reach on time. So if you actually see, in the real case, the distance was covered in, the journey was covered in 3 parts. There were 3 parts to the journey, right? This is the track, let's say. It traveled 10 at some speed s, I mean the same speed s, but it traveled the other 10 at s plus 10 kilometers per hour, because it increased its speed by 10 kilometers per hour, right? So it traveled 10 kilometers at s speed. The other 10 kilometers, it had to increase the speed by 10 kilometers per hour. Why? Because halfway it stopped for 3 minutes. There was a stoppage involved here. How much of stop? 3 minutes of stop. Yes or no? The stop involved was 3 minutes. Now, again, remember that even in these 3 parts, when it traveled the first half at 10 kilometers per hour, I mean at some speed s, then the other 10 kilometers at s plus 10, and also included the break of 3 minutes here, the total time to be taken is t only. The total time cannot change. The total time is t. It has to reach Daulatabad on the same, on time, right? So total time is t. So can I say, in the second case, the total time t is equal to time taken to cover 10 kilometers plus stoppage time. I mean, you should not be writing this equation in the exam based off time, right? Stoppage time plus time taken to cover the other 10 kilometer. So this is like first 10 kilometer and the second 10 kilometer, first half and second half. So there are 3 parts to the journey, right? First half coverage, second half coverage, and the stoppage time. So can I now say that the total time t is equal to, see, what is time? Time is equal to distance by speed. Time is equal to distance by speed. How much is the distance covered here? 10 kilometers. At what speed? At the speed s. At the speed s, right? First half was covered at s. Plus 3 minutes of stoppage time. 3 minutes of stoppage time. 3 minutes. But since we are dealing with kilometers and kilometers per hour, this minute should be converted to hours. So 3 minutes is equal to what? 3 by 60 hours. Yes or no? Plus the time taken to cover the second half, second 10 kilometers. So time is equal to distance by speed. So distance is 10 and speed. Distance is 10. And what is the speed? S plus 10. That's the equation. And from the first equation, can I say that t is equal to 20 by s? That's it. Substitute it here. So what happens? We get one equation in terms of s, which you can solve. So I think it's all about solving this equation now. You have to just work on solving for s. Either solve for s or solve for t. Any one. Yeah. You can replace s equals to 20 by t otherwise. If you're not comfortable with replacing t with s, you can replace s with t. Whichever way, you have to solve for the variables. So t equals to 20 by s. So what do we get? 20 by s equals to, now on the right hand side, let me take the LCM. So s into s plus 10 into 60. Yeah. S into s plus 10 into 60. So what happens? 10 into 60 into s plus 10 plus 3 into s plus 10. I'm sure this is going to lead to a quadratic equation, right? Plus 10 into s into 60. Yeah. Solve for it now. What happens? I think s and s gets cancelled, and I think that's it. We'll have to deal with the equation now. Yeah. So let me solve for this now. I'm going to directly multiply because there is some shortage of space here. 20 into 60, 1200. Right, I'm cross multiplying this. So 20 into 60, 1200, 1200 s. or let me do one thing, 1200 into s plus 10. 1200 times of s plus 10 equals to 10 into 60, 600 times of s plus 10 plus 3s times of s plus 10 plus 600s. Yeah, 600s. So if I take this to the other side, what happens? 600 times of s plus 10 goes to the other side, becomes minus 600. Minus 600, so 1200 minus 600 will give you 600. So I think overall it becomes 600. I'm not writing that step, but yeah, that's what happens, right? Minus 600. So 1200 minus 600 is 600. So 600s into 600 into 10, 600s plus 600 into 10 equals to 3s square plus 30s plus 600s. Simplify this now. So 600s plus 6000 equals to 3s squared plus 30s plus 600s. So 600 and 600 gets cancelled. What do we get? 3s square plus 30s minus 6000. Or if I take 3 common, this is 10 and this is 2000. So the equation is what? S squared plus 10s minus 2000 equals to 0. Yeah, this will give you s. Okay, there's only one part of the question, let me tell you. There's another part left there. We are only trying to find out the speed. So solve for this s now. What happens? I think minus 2000, right? We should take 50 minus 40. I'm doing it mentally, I'm sure you know how to solve quadratic equations. So minus 2000, yeah, I think 50 minus 40. So 50 minus 40 is 10 and 50 into minus 40 will give you minus 2000. So 50 minus 40, s into s plus 50 plus 1 into s minus 40. So I think we'll get minus 50 and plus 40 as the values. Yeah. So this will give you s equals to either minus 50 or plus 40. You know that speed cannot be negative. So we can say that the speed is 40 kilometers per hour. So final answer is that the speed is equal to 40 kilometers per hour. 40 kilometers per hour. Yeah. Now understand, we have not solved the question. We have only solved first part of it, right? We have got the speed. You can definitely cut down the number of steps here. I have given you a detailed explanation. So we have found the speed s 40 kilometers per hour. Now you need to understand what actually happened. So it traveled first half at 40 kilometers per hour. Remember, this speed was 40. And second half at what speed? 40 plus 10, 50 kilometers per hour. So it stopped for 3 minutes and then it had to travel at the speed of 50 kilometers per hour. So basically, if s is 40, how much is time? Time will be equal to what? Time will be equal to 20 by 40, which is half an hour, right? Half an hour, 1 by 2 hours, 30 minutes. Yeah, I'm substituting s equals to 40 there. So time comes out to be half an hour. I'm running short of space. Sorry about this. So what do we do next? I think I'll do one thing. I'll just clear one part of the solution so that I have some space to work on, right? I'm removing this equation here. So we know that the time required is 30 minutes. So basically the train will run at 40 kilometers per hour for 30 minutes to cover the distance. Yes or no? 40 kilometers per hour at 30 minutes. In 30 minutes will cover the 20 kilometers distance. Yeah. Now see, now come to the real case. Just a second. Yeah, now the second part of the question starts. So I know that the time required is 30 minutes. 30 minutes. Now understand, in the first case, this 30 minutes was split as what? In the first case, I think the 30 minutes was split as the train travels for 15 minutes. Yeah, plus 3 minutes break, plus 12 minutes of traveling. So in the first 15 minutes, it covers first half of the distance, 10 kilometers at the speed 40. In this, after 3 minutes of break, then only 12 minutes are left out. In the remaining 12 minutes, it increases the speed by 10 kilometers per hour. So the speed becomes 50 and it covers the remaining 10 kilometers of the distance. Now what happens in the second case? He says next time the train stopped halfway for 5 minutes. So halfway meaning it covered the first 10 kilometers in 15 minutes as usual, but this time it stopped for 5 minutes. Now the point is, out of 30 minutes, see, the train has to still reach as per the schedule. There is no increase in the time, right? The time is 30 minutes only. But out of that 30 minutes, 15 minutes of travel and 5 minutes of stoppage, 20 minutes are already spent. So the remaining time is only 10 minutes. The remaining time is only 10 minutes. Now this becomes the key. These 10 minutes are important. So now what happens is the train has to cover the remaining distance. What is the remaining distance? 10 kilometers. in how much time? 10 minutes. It has to cover 10 kilometers in just 10 minutes. So find out the speed. So the speed s dash, let's say, you know that speed is equal to distance by time, right? So speed will be what? Distance by time. See, 10 kilometers in 10 minutes means 60 kilometers per hour. 10 by 60, right? I mean, speed is equal to distance by time. Time 10 minutes should be taken as 10 by 60 hours. So it comes out to be 60 kilometers per hour. Yeah. So what happened? The train has to run at 60 kilometers per hour, which means by what speed must it increase its speed? See, he's asking us to find out the increment in the speed. How much is the increment in the speed? The new speed is 60. The earlier speed was 40. For the first half, the speed was 40 only, right? So 60 minus 40, the speed had to increase by 20 kilometers per hour. Yeah, it increases by 20 kilometers per hour. Sorry. The new speed is 60. From that new speed 60, subtract the original speed. Original speed is 40 here. So 60 minus 40, 20 kilometers per hour. Right? So the increment in the speed is 20 kilometers per hour. I know it looks to be like a lengthy solution because I was giving you a detailed explanation with all the steps here. You can cut a lot of these points and save your precious time. I mean, I don't think you have to. If you really look at it, you have to draw this diagram and all. I mean, this is not needed. This is only for the. This is just the explanation, right? Not the solution. The solution is this. You got to understand this equation. I mean, sorry, I'm highlighting it in red, but that's one step that you need to understand clearly, because it is from this step that we are finding out the speed. Now the calculation of speed takes a little bit of time. Yeah, calculation of speed takes a little bit of time, but otherwise it's fine. So I think the two most important equations to be focused on are these: speed into time is 20. This is one equation. The other equation is that time is equal to 10 by s plus 3 by 60 plus 10 by s plus 10. So these two equations you have to solve to get s and t, and then this part needs to be understood. How do we break up in the two cases? After that, get the new speed. I hope all of you followed. No? Yeah, as expected, there are some confusions here. So let me read out your comments first. Sagar Singh says, what about the 5-minute stoppage? We have considered the 5-minute stoppage in the second case, right? See, there are two cases. What does the question say? There's this train which has to cover a distance of 20 kilometers, right? Now, yeah, this train has to cover the distance of 20 kilometers. It covers first half of the distance at its regular speed. Then it stops for 3 minutes. Now, because of this stoppage here, it had to increase its speed by 10 kilometers per hour for the remaining distance to be covered and reach the destination on time. Now, using those equations, we have found that the original speed is 40 and the time required is 30 minutes. So that 30 minutes, total time is required is 30 minutes. So we are breaking that 30 minutes into three parts. 15 minutes it travels, first half, no problem. After that it waits for 3 minutes. So 15 plus 3, 18. Then remaining time is only 12 minutes. So in the remaining 12 minutes, it had to cover the remaining distance, which is 10 kilometers at the increased speed. Now in the next case, what happens? Next time the train stopped halfway for 5 minutes. Next time the train stopped halfway for 5 minutes. This time the train stopped only for 3 minutes, but next time it stopped for 5 minutes. So what happens? First half, again, see, total time is 30 minutes. The same train, same scenario, right? Total time is only 30 minutes. Out of these 30 minutes, first 15 minutes, it covers the first half of the distance. It stops for 5 minutes now. So 15 minutes for covering first half of the distance, 5 minutes is stoppage time. Total 20 minutes gone. Out of 30 minutes, if 20 minutes are already lost, we have only 10 minutes left. 10 minutes left for covering 10 kilometers of the distance, half of the distance. So if you have to cover 10 kilometers in 10 minutes, your speed should be 60 kilometers per hour. Your original speed is 40, but now you have increased the speed to 60 kilometers per hour. So by how much has your speed increased? 20 kilometers per hour. So that's the answer. Speed increases by 20 kilometers per hour. Okay. Harshvardhan Reddy says 3 minutes is equivalent to 10 kilometer per hour, 5 minutes is equivalent to what? No, you cannot do that. It's not a kilometer remaining after the last stop. Only 5 kilometer remaining after the last stop. It had to increase its speed by 10 km per hour for the rest of the way. Next time the train stopped halfway for 5 minutes. Where do you get 5 kilometers from, right? Next time is a new case. Yeah. So next time when the train traveled, instead of stopping for 3 minutes, it stopped for 5 minutes. Okay, Vijay Kumar says the train first covers 10 kilometers, then stops for 3 minutes. After that, train moves next 5 kilometers and stops for 5 minutes. And in my point of view, I think we have to find out the actual speed of the last and remaining 5 kilometers, so to get the destination on time. No, how do you know that the question here tells you that the train stops for the second time in the first journey itself? See, next time here means what? Next case, a new case, or in the same case next time, which means after covering another half of the distance. Next time the train stopped halfway for 5 minutes. No, I think I would treat it like a question where in one case the train stopped for 3 minutes. It very clearly says next time the train stopped halfway for 5 minutes. So next time it had stopped for 5 minutes. Now what should be the increase in speed? Earlier the increase in speed was 10 kilometers per hour. Now what should be the increase in speed to get the required answer? Which I don't know, why do you take it in that fashion? I hope all of you understood this, yeah? So I went back to the oldest of the comments on this question. Is this clear to you all now? Got it? Yeah. New case. I think it should be new case. Why do you say that it is the same case? Mani Sandeep had asked me for a shortcut. I don't think there's a shortcut for, the only shortcut is to cut down the number of steps. See, there cannot be a shortcut for every question. This is a typical question type. Well, we can derive a shortcut formula for such questions also, but how many such formulae will you remember? Every new question will have a new formula to be applied to, right? So I think be thorough with your concepts and, do your calculations quickly and cut down the number of steps that you write on paper. That will save you a lot of time, yeah? Don't depend too much on the shortcut formula and all that stuff. Yeah, it's a new case. Malvika Mohanty, Preeti have confirmed, have acknowledged that it should be new case. Pradeep still thinks that it should be the same case. I don't think it should be the same case. Yeah. Chalo, I hope all of you have got it. Let me move to the next question now. Any more confusions before I go to the next one? Is this clear to all of you? Should I go for the next one? Sudarshan says, okay, please explain the second and third step on the equation. Sudarshan, I think we have spent too much of time already on that one. You don't have to worry. This video will get added to your account by, within 24 working hours. So by Monday evening, let's say, and you can watch that any number of times after that till you understand it, right? So let's just go to the next question. You have the advantage of watching the same video multiple times till you understand the solution fully. Let me present the next question to you all now, which is on your screens. This was posted by Kisan Mohanty. It says each of the two car is sold at the same price. A profit of 10% on first and a loss of 7% is made on the second. What is the combined loss or gain percentage? What is the combined loss or gain percentage? Try it out. Simple two-line question from profit and loss. It says there are two cars, each of which were sold at the same price. The selling price is same. There was a profit of 10% on one car and a loss of 7% on the second car. What is the combined loss or gain percentage? 1.5%, 2.3%, 1.5%. Seven 7.8%, 2.3%. Got it? 2.3% or 1.5%. I think these are the two most common responses here. And 0.7%. Vijay Kumar has got 0.7% loss. Sudarshan has got 8.5% gain. 6.3%. 1 point something. Too many responses for a simple question. Got it? 1.5% minus 1.473%. This is a very interesting number, right? Srinivas Raju has got this minus 1.473%. The most common response that I see is 1.5%. Anyway, time is up. Let's discuss the solution now. Here we go. The question was posted by Kisan Mohanty. It says each of the two cars is sold at the same price. A profit of 10% on first and a loss of 7% is made on the second. What is the combined loss or gain percentage? So we have to find out the combined loss or gain percentage, where profit of 10% is made on one car and loss of 7% is made on the second car. And remember, each of these two cars is sold at the same price. So I think that's the important point. Each of the two cars is sold at the same price. So which means what? Selling price of first car is equal to the selling price of the second car. Selling price of first car is equal to selling price of second car. Now what will the selling price of first car? See, profit of 10% is made. Profit of 10% means selling price will be 1.1 times the cost price. Let's assume the cost prices are C1 and C2. First statement is S1 is equal to S2, and we are assuming that the cost prices are C1 and C2 respectively, right? So the first car was sold at 10% profit. 10% profit meaning selling price should be 110% of cost price. 110% of cost price is 1.1 times. You understand? Or to make it even simpler, let's say 110% of C1. What should be S2, selling price of second car? It says loss of 7%. If the loss is 7%, selling price should be how much? 93%, right? 93%. 93% of the cost price, which is C2. So selling price of first car is 110% of the cost price of the first car. Selling price of second car is 93% of the cost price of the second car. And we also know that S1 is equal to S2. What is he asking us to find out? Combined loss or gain percentage. To find out the combined loss or gain percentage, find out the combined cost price and combined selling price. Total cost price. What's the total cost price? C1 plus C2. What is the total selling price? S1 plus S2. That's it. Do the calculation after that. Now C1 plus C2. See, use this equation. I know that S1 is equal to S2. So can I say 110% of C1 is equal to 93% of C2? Yes. Or from this, can we also say that C2 equals to 110 by 93 times C2? C1, sorry. Yeah. Here can we say C2 equals to 110 by 93 times C1? Simple equation. 110% of C1 equals to 93% of C2. So C2 is 110 by 93 C1. So C1 plus C2, I can say C1 plus 110 by 93 C1, which is like 203 by 93 C1. So the total cost price is 203 by 93 C1. What's the total selling price? S1 plus S2. But we know that S1 is equal to S2. So can this be taken as 2S1? Yes or no? S1 is equal to S2. So S2 is S1. S1 plus S1, 2S1. And again, we know that S1 is equal to 110% of C1. Yeah, 110% of C1. 110% of C1 is like 110 by 100. So 2 into 110 by 100 C1. Or basically 220 by 100. Or maybe 120 by 50. Or 11 by 5, whichever way. 11 by 5, let's say. 11 by 5 C1. That's it. You know that the total cost price is 203 by 93 C1. The total selling price, the total selling price is 11 by 5. Where is it? Total selling price is 11 by 5 C1. Right? So both cost price and selling price are known in terms of C1 and C1. Right? Both the cost prices and selling price are known in terms of C1 and C1. Now find out the overall profit or loss percentage. So I think one important point that you all need to understand here is we cannot assume that the cost prices are same. If you take the cost price to be same, then you will get a different answer. The question has not mentioned anywhere that the cost price is same. All it says is each of the two cars is sold at the same price. Both the cars were sold at the same price. The selling price is same, not the cost price. That is the reason we are taking C1 and C2. If we take C1 is equal to C2, then it becomes a lot more easier. But that's not given in the question, so be careful, right? So total selling price is known, total cost price is known. Now find out the profit or loss percentage. So let's say total selling price minus total cost price by total cost price into 100. Yes or no? You know how to measure this, right? S minus C by C into 100. How do you measure profit percentage? S minus C by C into 100. What is S in our case? S is equal to 203 by 93. I think calculation is going to be a little tedious, but 203 by 93 C1 minus what is C? 11 by 5 C1 divided by what is C? 11 by 5 C1 into 100. Do this calculation. So C1 basically is common and gets cancelled. Now only numbers are left out. Play with those numbers and you'll get the answer. I think it is going to be a loss. It will not be a profit because we are getting a negative answer, right? 203 by 93 and 11 by 5. We are getting a negative answer. Or just check if it is really negative or not, yeah? So what happens? I think if I have to simplify it, I mean, I'm not writing all the steps. 203 into 5 is 1015 and 11 into 93 is 930 plus 93, right? So 1023. Yeah? 930 plus 93, 1023. And this is 1015. So 1015 minus 1023 is minus 8. Minus 8 by 93 into 5 divided by 11 by 5. So 5 and 5 gets cancelled. Of course, into 100 is there. So overall it becomes minus 800. I mean, options are not there. I mean, my challenge always with these kind of questions is if you had given us the options, we can verify it easily, right? I mean, 4 or 5 options are there. We can apply some elimination technique or something and avoid all this complex calculation. Now I'm forced to do this entire calculation because options have not been given, right? Otherwise, we can apply some or the other technique and eliminate. Right? You cannot really use a smart method unless options are given to you. So I'm just looking at the simplification, right? 1015 and 930, 1023. So minus 8 upon 93 into 5 divided by 11 by 5. Yeah. So I think this becomes minus 800 by 93 into 11, which is 1023. So it's going to be a loss. Negative sign indicates it's a loss. How much loss? Minus 800 by 1023. So if I have to do an approximate calculation, 800 by 1000. 800 by 1000 is like 4 by 5. 4 by 5 is 0.8. Approximately 0.8% loss is my answer. Why is it loss? Because we've got a negative sign. Negative sign means it's a loss. And 800, I'm doing an approximate calculation, right? 800 by 1000 is like 4 by 5. 4 by 5 or 800 by 1000 is 0.8, of course. 0.8% loss. So what is the combined loss or gain percentage? It is 0.8% loss. Yeah? Now guys, one simple question, just 2 lines. You gave me a list of answers and I don't think anybody here has got. Okay, I'm sorry, I think I made a mistake. Let me just go back and correct it. Okay, sorry, it looks like I have made a mistake here. The costs, I have taken cost price in place of selling price and selling price in place of cost price. So I'll do one thing. Hold on one second. I can do the changes. Sorry, this will result in a profit and not loss. Just a second. Just a second, yeah. It will be 8%, 0.8% profit. Sorry about this. A simple correction here. Let's say percentage loss. What is percentage loss? Cost price minus selling price by cost price into 100. Okay, but the denominator will change. Sorry, I think there's a gross error that I've made. Let me correct the calculation. Sorry about this. The cost price is 203 by 93 and I took the selling price at 203 by 93. Just a second. Let me clear this up and do the solution once again. Yeah, I think these kind of silly mistakes have to be avoided in the exam, right? I mean, otherwise you end up wasting a lot of time like what I've done here. Sorry. So percentage profit is equal to S minus C by C into 100. Yeah. What is S? Selling price 11 by 5. 11 by 5 C1 minus 203 by 93 C1 divided by 203 by 93 C1 into 100. Now work on the calculation. So C1 gets cancelled everywhere. Then we have 11 into 93. So same 930 plus 93, right? 1023, and this is 1015. So 8 by 5 into 93 whole divided by 203 by 93 into 100. So this 93 in the denominator get cancelled and we have yeah, 93 in the denominator gets cancelled. We have 800 by 1015. Yeah. So this comes out to be what? 800 by 1015, which is approximately 0.8. Yeah, 800 by 1015 is 0.8% profit. Yeah, so I think final answer should be 0.8% profit, approximately 0.8% profit. Yeah, I'm really sorry about that error there, and I think I should be penalized with 0.25 marks here. In fact, 1.25 marks, 1 mark for going wrong, 1 mark for not being able to answer this question, and 0.25 for getting a wrong answer, for committing that mistake. So it should be 0.8% profit, right? Overall 0.8% profit. Yeah, I can see that I did a mistake in, you know, by interchanging those values. Okay. Sagar Singh has given a solution. He says first profit is 10%. So selling price of first is 100 plus 10% of 100, which is 110. Fine. Other car also is 100 rupees, therefore loss 7%. So selling price of second one is 93. No, you cannot do that. Sagar, you are assuming that the cost price of both the cars is 100. Where is it given in the question? I've already discussed this, so no point in reading your solution out here. Yeah. All those who have considered the cost price to be same for both the articles or both the cars are wrong. Right? Cost price is not same. Anyway, the final answer is 0.8%. Sagar says, why can't it be 1.5% gain? How do you get 1.5% Sagar? Let me go back to Sagar's solution. Yeah. So you're saying, yeah, cost price is 93 and 110. Total selling price is 200. Total cost price is 200. Total selling price is 110 plus 93, 203. Therefore, 3 rupees profit on 200. No. That is with an assumption that the cost price of both the cars is same. I have explained this multiple times already. Please do not get confused, right? Okay, let me present the next question now. We have spent enough time on this. The next question on your screens now. Now this one was posted by Amit Negi. Amit Negi had posted this. A very big question, I guess. What does it say? Let me read it out. In bag A, number of yellow colored balls are Y and number of green colored balls are G. Number of green colored balls are 4 more than the number of yellow colored balls. When one ball is picked at random, then the probability of getting black color ball is 5 by 13. The value of Y is 18 2 by 11% less than G. Bag B, the number of yellow colored balls is 200 by 9% more than that of bag A. If 2 balls are picked at random from bag B, then the probability of getting both green color ball is 4 by 37. Total number of balls in the bag B is 75. Okay. And bag C, the ratio of green versus black is 7:5. Total green and black is 36. One ball is picked at random, then the probability of getting one yellow ball is 7 by 13. So he is not given us a number of balls in number of green or yellow or black balls in each of the bags, but some data about that, right? Then it says if X number of yellow balls from bag B are taken and placed into bag A, and 20% of black balls from bag A are taken and placed into bag B. If you pick up one ball from bag B, then the probability that the ball is of black color is 11 by 26. Find the value of X. For one question, you want us to do so much, huh? I think, guys, I'm assuming that there will be 5 questions, not just one question, but 5 questions with such data, right? So this is actually a 5 marks question. I mean, you spend about 1.5 minutes arriving at all the values here. And then because there are 5 questions involved, it makes sense to do all those calculations, yeah. But if it is only one question, let's say in the real exam also, if you have just one question, I don't see more than one question in my slides here. So looks like Amit has posted only one question, but you know, in the real exam, if it so happens that there is only one question with so much of data and so much of work to be done, the easiest solution is skip and go to the next one. Yeah, the easiest solution would be just skip and go to the next one. So let's try it out. Okay, we have already done this. Hold on. So I think some of you are saying that we have already done this. Okay, many of you have asked to skip because it is a lengthy one, but Sagar, Yashwant, we have already done it, students, yeah. Okay. Yeah, so I think there cannot be one question, there have to be 5 questions along with this data, and Sagar has mentioned that he himself had posted the same question earlier and I have solved it. Okay, good. I think we have saved some time. I mean, save some time as in, since this has already been solved, we don't have to work on this again. So Amit, I think what we would do is in the discussion forum where you have posted this question, we will give you the link of the video which explains the solution to this one. I mean, since it has already been solved, I'm sure the link will be available. We'll just post that for you. Let me now move to the next question. Okay. The next question on your screens now. This was posted by Sneha. what it says, a bank offers 5% compound interest calculated on half yearly basis. A customer deposits rupees 1600 each on 1st January, and I remember I've solved this one also. At the end of the year, the amount he would have gained by the way of interest is. I somehow recall solving such questions. Aishwarya says, can you solve it again? Aishwarya, there's no point in solving it again. Like I said, videos will be made available for already solved questions in the discussion forum. Okay, so don't worry. It's not that you will miss out on the solution. The solution is there in some video which will be made available to you guys. Now, I'm not sure about this one, whether it has been solved in the past or not, but chalo, quickly take it up. One minute. Okay, Sagar has mentioned that this also has been solved. We'll solve this. I mean, I'm not sure if you have solved this in the past or not, but let's quickly solve this. I'll give you 1 minute for this. Let's see how many of you get the answer. Ronak says, can you please solve these questions again so that the new members can see it? Ronak, let me tell you, whether you are a new member or an old member, all the videos, the complete video library is accessible to you. Yeah. So even if you are a new member, even if you have joined today, you will have access to all the videos that have been done in the past. So don't worry. $121. Sagar has got 121. Abhishek has also got 121. Mahata has got 244. I would wait for a few more seconds before we take the answer. Naveen has got 3,442. 3,442. Got it? Okay, many answers have come in. Let me just read out. Vaibhav has got 3524. Ayushi Tripathi has got 240. Priyanka has got 240. Neeraj, Monika, Ankur Saxena, Bharat, Shruti, Sakshi Goel. All these guys have got 121, right? Naveen has got 204. Yeah, so I think 244 and 121 are the two most common responses. Let me discuss the solution now. Here we go. So this question was posted by Sneha. It says a bank offers 5% compound interest calculated on half yearly basis. A customer deposits 1600 each on 1st January and 1st July of a year. At the end of the year, the amount he would have gained by the way of interest is. So look at the question here. It says a customer has deposited amount twice. Let's say this is one full year, right? One cycle. So 1st Jan and then 1st July. So this is like 6 months and this is 6 months, total 1 year span, right? How much interest will he get at the end of the year is a question. What will be the interest at the end of the year at this point is a question. How much did he deposit on 1st January? 1600 rupees. Yeah. What was the amount on 1st of July? 1600 rupees. What is the rate of interest? 5%. See, rate of interest is 5% per annum, but on a half yearly basis. Remember that half yearly compounding that we had discussed in your simple and compound interest videos. So that needs to be used here, half yearly compounding process. If it is 5% per annum, 5% for 12 months, how much will it be for 6 months? 2.5%. Yes or no? Rate of interest is going to be 2.5% per half year. Yes or no? 2.5% every half year. So for the first half year, 6 months, it is going to be 2.5%. For the second half year also, it's going to be 2.5%. Now he's asking us to find out the total amount. See, at the end of the year, the amount that he would have gained by the way of interest. So total interest at the end of the year. So if you observe, what happens is the first 1600 rupees which has been deposited undergoes 2 cycles. First 6 months and second 6 months. So here actually the compounding needs to be done. It's a compounding process. But the second 1600 undergoes only 1 cycle, only 1 6 months. So when there is only 1 period, simple interest is equal to compound interest. So basically what happens is the first 1600 will get 2.5% interest at the end of 6 months. That interest will get added to 1600 rupees, and again on the new principal amount we'll again get 2.5% interest at the end of the second 6 months. So that's like a typical compound interest case. But the second 1600 undergoes only 1 cycle. So it will earn 2.5% interest on the 1600 rupees. So this is what happens. The total compound interest will be how much? See, total compound interest here. Total compound interest will be equal to, in one case we have to do compounding process, 2.5%. You know how compound interest works, right? A plus B plus AB by 100, right? So we'll use that shortcut formula, 2.5%, or let me not use percentages, right? One second, just hold on. The tool is working at a slow pace. Sorry. You understand, the first 1600 rupees will get 2.5 plus 2.5 plus 2.5 into 2.5 by 100. The second 1600 will get only 2.5. I'm unable to use the tool. One second. All right. So here we go. The total compound interest. Total compound interest will be equal to 2.5 plus 2.5 plus 2.5 into 2.5 by 100 plus 2.5. There are 2 parts. The first part, the first 1600 will get this much of interest. The second 1600 will get only this much of interest. Of what? 1600 rupees. See, the interest is always on the principal amount. So just do this calculation and you'll get the required answer. Very simple. So A plus B plus AB by 100, right? A plus B plus AB by 100 plus A percentage of 1600. Yeah. So how much is this? 2.5 plus 2.5 is 5. 2.5 here goes 40 times, and this 2.5 goes what? 16 times. Yeah. So 5 plus 2.5 is 7.5 plus 1 by 16%. Yeah. So it comes out to be 7.5% plus 1 by 16% of 1600. So do the calculation. So it's like 7.5 into 16 plus 1 by 16 into 16. So this will be equal to, total compound interest will be equal to, I think 7.5% of 1600 will be 160 minus 40, 120 plus 1 by 16% of 1600 will be 1, because 16 and 16 gets cancelled, zeros and zeros also will get cancelled. So total will be 121. Yeah, but please cut down the number of steps. I mean, this is a complete explanation. When you do it yourself in the exam, all you have to do is play with these numbers, right? 2.5 plus 2.5 plus 2.5 into 2.5 by 100, right? A plus B plus AB by 100. And then in the second case, it is only a simple interest case. So directly 2.5% of 1600 rupees. And then do the calculation to get the required answer. Okay. and those who have not been able to follow this, go watch the simple and compound interest video. There's nothing new about what we have solved here. It's just that the question has been presented a little differently. Should we go for the next one now? Hitesh says 5% per annum is not mentioned. Why we are not taking 5% as half yearly? Hitesh, it is, what do we say? When nothing is specified, it has to be considered per annum. I mean, it's like a standard, right? When I say rate of interest is 5%, it is 5% per annum. So a bank offers 5% compound interest, calculated on a half yearly basis. That 5% compound interest is calculated on a half yearly basis. I mean, that way it also does not say that 5% is for half a year. Yeah. So by default, always take 5%. I mean, always take the given percentage as per annum unless it has been specified very clearly. Okay. Nilesh Chaudhary says, why did we take 1600? Why not 3200? Nilesh, we have taken 1600 because for each of the 1600 we are calculating separately. We are not clubbing the 3200 rupees there. Yeah. You understand? You cannot take 3200 because first 1600 will go a compounding process. The second 1600 is just a simple interest case. Yeah. So that is the reason. I mean, we have calculated separately, right, for the first 1600 and for the second 1600. So that is the reason 1600 was common. Venkatesh says, why not A plus B plus AB by 100% for the previous question? What is the previous question? Amit Negi had posted probability. No, I think this was solved, somebody said. The previous question, which says each of the two cars is sold at the same price, a profit of 10% on first and a loss of 7% made. Try that. Try that. It should give you the answer. Remember this profit and loss model, I think it was model 4 or model 5, where we have discussed questions which involves two articles where either the cost prices are same or the selling prices are same. Yeah. So going by that, if it satisfies the condition that we had discussed there, you can apply A plus B plus AB by 100. Yeah. You can do that. I mean, just go back and refer to that video. If you think it is similar to what we have discussed there, then do apply. Yeah, should we go for the next one now? Okay, next I think let's take something on data interpretation. Avinash says change the timing of the live session. Well, Avinash, this timing has been decided based on the common feedback that we got from most of you. Earlier we have done live sessions at 3 p.m. We have done it at 7 a.m. We have tried multiple things, but I think this is this has been like accepted by the majority of students, right? So this has been done based on clear voting process. Anyway, you can give your suggestions. We will see what can be done. The next question on your screens now. This is on data interpretation. You know that IBPS PU exam is coming up, and it is being speculated that the questions would be really complex, like what it was in the SBI PO exam this year. So we have got one question on data interpretation, which is an important topic you all know, which involves missing data and a lot of other arithmetic ability concepts for solving the questions. So I want you all to study this data for a minute or so, understand what all is given here, what all can be calculated, and then I'll present the questions. There are 5 questions along with this. So once you all are prepared with the data, I can present the questions. It says, study the following pie chart and table carefully and answer the questions that follow. Some values are missing. So answer the questions on the basis of given table and information in the question. Speed of stream is same for both upstream and downstream distance on respective days. So I think there are 3 items here. 2 are pie charts and 1 is a table. So try and understand this clearly. Monday to Friday, the upstream distances from Monday to Friday, downstream distances from Monday to Friday, and the speed of the streams from Monday to Friday is given here. Venkatesh says by the formula we are getting 2.3. No, Venkatesh, I told you to verify whether the formula can be used or not. Go back to what we discussed in the video. Based on that, if you think this question also satisfies those conditions, apply the formula. Got it? Did you understand the data? Anjane says in the IBPS PO paper, the paper pattern has also changed, or only essay writing is added? Anjane, the paper pattern has changed as in the scheme has changed. Whether the type of questions would change or not, we don't know. Manu has asked a question, whether this video will be posted to my timeline? Yes, it will be posted to your timeline. Ankur says, where is the, sorry, not Ankur. Somebody says, where is this? Chandra Neeraj, where is the question in this? The questions have not been presented to you. Question is in the next slide. So try this out, solve this first question. First question on your screens now. I had only presented the data to you to understand what all can be done from that. The first question is on your screens now. Solve it. You have like 90 seconds to try that. Your time starts now. So solve the first question and then we'll discuss the solutions. Quick. Sagar Singh says he has done this. I'm waiting for others. Got the answer to the first one? 4:11. Neeraj has marked the answer 4:11. I'm waiting for others. Seven is to 13. Paras Tyagi has got 7:13. Okay, I think enough time has been given. Let's now discuss the solution to these questions. Here we go. So this is a very interesting data interpretation question which has got two pie charts and a table along with it. So let's see what needs to be done. Study the following pie chart and table carefully and answer the questions that follow. Some values are missing. So it says some values in the data are missing, right? I think the only missing value I see is for Tuesday, the speed of the stream for Tuesday. Anyway, some values are missing. Answer the questions on the basis of given table and information in the question. Speed of stream is same for both upstream and downstream distance on respective days. Speed of stream is same for both upstream and downstream distance on respective days. So what is the data all about? Look at the data now. I think different things have been given here, right? So we have been given the upstream distance 150 kilometers, downstream distance 180 kilometers, and there is a pie chart for each of these, right? Upstream distance and downstream distance. The pie chart gives you the breakup of these distances across, I mean, over Monday to Friday, right? Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday, Thursday, Friday. So upstream distance covered on Monday is 18%. 18% of what? 150 kilometers, right? Similarly, downstream distance on Friday, 30%. 30% of what? Friday is this color, right? So 30% of 180 kilometers. Yeah. So clearly from the two pie charts, we can find out the distances, upstream distances and downstream distances for each of the days from Monday to Friday. Yeah, percentages have been given. You can do the calculation, and you have to be really quick in doing this calculation. Like for example, 18% of 150 would be 30 minus 3, 27 kilometers. Yeah, 12% of 150 would be 18. 26% of 150 is what? It should be 39. Yeah, 30 plus 9, 39. 30% of 150 is 45, very simple. And 14% is going to be 15 plus 6, 21. So these are the values. Upstream distances on 5 days. Similarly, downstream distances on the 5 days can be calculated. What else is given to us? The speed of the stream. Speed of the stream. So Monday, the speed of the stream is 3 kilometers per hour. Right, I'm assuming it is in kilometers per hour. It's not given anyway, but since the other data points are with respect to kilometers, this also should be in kilometers per hour. So 3 kilometers per hour on Monday, right? Nothing is given for Tuesday. That value is missing here. Wednesday, it should be 2 kilometers per hour. Thursday is 2.5 and Friday is 3. And I think one very important data point given in the question here is that speed of the stream is same for both upstream and downstream distance on respective days. The green highlight here, right? The speed of the stream, what is given here, speed of the stream is same for both upstream and downstream distance on the respective days. So on Monday, the speed of the stream was 3 kilometers per hour for both upstream case as well as downstream case. On Thursday, the speed of the stream was 2.5 kilometers per hour. Whether it is upstream or downstream, the speed should be considered as 2.5 kilometers per hour. Okay. So I think that's about the data. Yeah. That is about the data we have. Clear to all of you? Now, let me present the questions to you all. So we can, I think our understanding is we have all the distances for all the days and the speed of the stream for all the days. Now questions is, the questions asked will have will involve concepts of boats and streams. I mean, you very clearly by now should know that this is from boats and streams, right? So let me quickly revise a few concepts of boats and streams, right? I'm sure you know that boats and streams, which is a part of time and distance, is very easy concept, right? So upstream speed, how do you calculate the upstream speed? Upstream speed is equal to speed of the boat minus speed of the stream. What is downstream speed? I mean, simple data. Downstream speed is speed of the boat plus speed of the stream. So these are the two important points that you need to know, and everything else remains the same. Speed is equal to distance by time, right? So whether it is upstream distance or downstream distance, the overall speed SB minus SS should be equal to distance upstream by time upstream. Yeah, this also downstream speed SB plus SS should be distance downstream by time taken to cover that downstream distance. So I think these are the two important formulas that you need to know. Okay, let me present the first question to you all. Now look at the first one, the first question. Here it says time taken to cover the upstream distance on Friday is same as the time taken to cover the downstream distance on Thursday. So time taken to cover upstream distance on Friday is same as, it is equal to the time taken to cover the downstream distance on Thursday. The total speed of boat in still water on Thursday and Friday is 10 kilometers per hour. Now you know that there is also a boat involved here, right? The speed of the boat in still water on Thursday and Friday adds up to 10 kilometers per hour. So again, the point that we need to understand here is the speed of the boat is not same every day. Speed of the stream is different. The speed of the boat may also be different every day, because he says speed of the boat in still water on Thursday and Friday is 10 kilometers per hour total speed. So sum of the speed of the boat on Thursday and Friday is 10. Now out of this, what was the speed on Thursday and what was it on Friday is not known to us. Then the next point says find the ratio of speed of boat in still water on Thursday and Friday, right? Find the ratio of the speed of the boat in still water on Thursday and Friday. See, you must have understood that the concept involves speed of the boat and speed of the stream. Speed of the stream on Thursday is 2.5 kilometers per hour. Speed of the stream on Friday, speed of the stream on Thursday and speed of the stream on Friday is 2.5 and 3 respectively. What is the speed of the boat is the question here on Thursday and Friday respectively. I mean, this is known to us. This can be obtained from the table, but what is the speed of the boat? And clearly from the data it is understood that the speed of the boat is different on different days. Speed of the boat is also different on different days. So speed of the boat on Thursday plus Friday is 10. We have to find out the ratio. We have to find out the ratio of the speeds on Thursday and Friday. And one very important point given to us is time taken to cover the upstream distance on Friday is same as the time taken to cover the downstream distance on Thursday. So let me explain the solution to you all, right? Time taken to cover the upstream distance on Friday. So time taken to cover upstream distance on Friday is equal to time taken to cover downstream distance on Thursday. You know what is time, right? Time is equal to distance by speed. Time is equal to distance by speed. So first of all, what is the upstream distance on Friday? Friday is this color here. So upstream distance on Friday, 14%. 14% of 150. What is 14% of 150? 14% of 150 is 15 plus 6, 21 kilometers. Yeah. Then downstream distance. Downstream distance on Thursday. Thursday is this color, right? Downstream distance on Thursday is 20%. 20% of what? 180 kilometers. 20% of 180 kilometers is 36 kilometers. So we know the distances, right? Now equate. Time is equal to distance by speed. So distance on Friday, upstream distance on Friday is 21 kilometers by speed on Friday. What is the speed on Friday? See, upstream speed, like we have discussed, is speed of the boat minus speed of the stream. Yeah, speed of the boat minus speed of the stream. Okay, one more point here is, let us assume that speed of the boat on Thursday is T, on Friday is F. Right, speed of the boat. It's all about speed of the boat now, right? Speed of the boat on Thursday, let's assume it is T, and on Friday it is F. So as per the data, T plus F is equal to 10. From the given data, T plus F is equal to 10. T plus F is equal to 10. Okay. Now, so what do we have to do? Upstream speed on Friday. What is upstream speed? Speed of the boat minus speed of the stream. So speed of the boat on Friday is F minus speed of the stream. Speed of the stream on Friday is 3. So minus 3, F minus 3. Yeah? F minus, sorry. Right, equals to the time taken to cover the downstream distance on Thursday. The downstream distance on Thursday is 36. Distance by time is equal to distance by speed. So distance by speed. Now what is the speed on Thursday? Since it is downstream, speed should be taken as speed of the boat plus speed of the water. Speed of the boat plus speed of the water. Right? Now speed of the water on Thursday, or speed of the water or speed of the stream, is 2.5. So plus 2.5. Speed of the boat plus speed of the water. But what is the speed of the boat? See, speed of the boat on Thursday is t. But can we take t as 10 minus f? T equals to 10 minus f. Can we take t equals to 10 minus f? Yes. So do that. So we can take this as 10 minus f. You understand? So that's the equation. Now from this, can you solve for f? Yes. I repeat, the given question says time taken to go upstream on Friday is equal to the time taken to go downstream on Thursday. The time is equal to distance by speed, like we all know. So distance upstream on Friday is 21. Distance upstream on Thursdays, distance downstream on Thursday is 36. Upstream speed is speed of the boat minus speed of the water. Speed of the boat on Friday is f. Speed of the water on Friday is 3. Downstream speed is speed of the boat plus speed of the water. So speed of the water on Thursday is 2.5. Speed of the boat is t. T can be taken as 10 minus f. T plus f is 10, so t equals to 10 minus f. Now we'll solve for f from this one. Solve for f. I think this is already like 3 into 7 and 3 into 12, right? Do the cross multiplication. What do we get? So I mean short of space here, I'll do the calculation directly. 10 plus 2.5 is 12.5. 10 plus 2.5 is 12.5. 12.5 into 7. So 12 into 7, 84. 0.5 into 7 is 3.5, right? So 84 plus 3.5, 87.5. Yeah? 87.5 minus 7f equals to 12f minus 12 into 3 is 36. Simplify this. What do we get? 12f plus 7f is 19f equals to, yes or no? 12f plus 7f. Yeah, 12f plus 7f, 19f equals to 87.5 plus 36. How much is 87.5 plus 36? 93.5 plus 30, 123.5. Yeah, 123.5. So from this, the speed on Friday can be taken as 123.5 by 19. So I think 95 plus 28.5, or 95 plus 19 plus 9.5. So 5 plus 1 plus 0.5, 6.5. Yeah, this comes out to be 6.5. I mean, I was doing the calculation mentally. You should also be able to do that. So f is equal to 6.5. If f is equal to 6.5, t will be equal to what? 10 minus 6.5. 10 minus f, right? T is equal to 10 minus f. Yeah, t is equal to 10 minus f. So 10 minus 6.5. 10 minus 6.5, which is 3.5. So basically, we have found the speed of the boat on Thursday and Friday respectively. Yeah, Thursday and Friday respectively. Now, what is he asking us to find out? The ratio of the speed of the boat on Thursday and Friday. So Thursday speed is 3.5. Thursday speed is 3.5 is to Friday speed is 6.5. 3.5 is to 6.5 is 7 is to 13. That's your final answer. 7 is to 13, option 3. Right? 7 is to 13. Sorry. 7 is to 13, option 3. Moreover, let me also tell you that I mean 7 is to 13 is the answer. Do not go by the length of the explanation. I mean, this is the first question that we are solving, so it obviously would take a little longer because the data has to be understood. Now, from the second question onwards, you know what data can be extracted from the given pie charts and table, and you definitely have to cut down a lot of these steps. I mean, I actually don't want to do this in every question, that I highlight what all need to be avoided on paper, but all this is not needed, right? You should not write the formula, and these steps can be avoided. Don't waste your time by writing all these steps. Yeah. And here also maybe see if you can cut down a few steps. So it's all about finding out the speed of the boat on the 2 days and then getting the ratio. Now, however, before I go to the next question, let me also give you a smart way of solving this question, a smarter way of solving this question. The same question can also be solved with a little bit of risk involved, but can be solved without putting pen on paper, without writing any single step on paper. How can that be done? Simple. We know that t plus f is equal to 10. From the question, it is very clearly given that t plus f is equal to 10. He's asking us to find out t is to f. T is to f is equal to what? Remember, answer options are what? 6 is to 13, 4 is to 11, 7 is to 13, 4 is to 15, and 7 is to 12, right? The point is, the ratio, when you add up the two numbers in the ratio, when you add up, it should be a multiple of 10. Usually. I mean, it's not a rule, but 99.5% of the times it works. I mean, we are assuming that the speed of the boat is a integer value or a multiple of 0.5 or 0.25, but not a irrational value. You understand? So, t plus f is equal to 10. The two values add up to 10. He's asking us to find out t is to f. So, the two terms here in the ratio should add up to a multiple of 10. Multiple of 10 or a submultiple of 10. So if I look at the first option, 6 is to 13. What is 6 plus 13? 19. Is 19 a multiple of 10? No. So option 1 cannot be the answer. Second option, 4 is to 11. 4 plus 11 is 15. Is 15 a multiple of 10? Not really. So this is not the answer. Yeah, we get 15 here. Look at third option, 7 is to 13. 7 plus 13 is 20. Is 20 a multiple of 10? Yes. So this looks like a probable answer. It's not guaranteed, but yeah, possible answer. But when you look at fourth option, 4 is to 15, this also adds to 19, right? Cannot be the answer. Fifth option, 7 is to 12. 7 plus 12 is again 19. This cannot be the answer. So the only option which satisfies that smart condition here is option 3. Hence, you can also take a chance and mark option 3 as the correct answer there. But remember, that is with an underlying assumption that the speed of the boat has to be an integer or a value like 6.5, 3.5, etc. I mean, it cannot be like 7.3927463. In that case, all the other options may also work. Yeah. So that's a risk involved, but yeah, if you don't have time in the exam and you're solving this in the last few seconds, let's say, you better take such chances. Okay. However, this is the solution. Now, before I go to the next question, let me quickly check if you have understood this and if I can run to the next 4 questions with this data, right? We are already at 8 o'clock. I think we'll solve this data interpretation set and call it a day. Saga says if we have 2 similar options like that, then what do we do? If 2 options satisfy that condition of multiples being 10, then you can't do anything. Then you'll have to go by the regular solution or try some other elimination method. It depends on the conditions given in the question. Clear? Should I go for the next one? Okay, let me now present the next question to you all. Here's the next question. On Monday, the boat takes a total of 4 hours 30 minutes to cover both upstream and downstream distance. Ratio of speed of boat in still water in going upstream to downstream is 4 is to 5. Find the speed of boat in still water while going downstream. Quick. Somebody's asked, how are you solving mentally? I am solving mentally because I have practiced a lot. I don't have any other secret. Quick. So on Monday, this boat takes a total of 4 hours and 30 minutes to cover both upstream and downstream distance. Again, the ratio of boat, the speed of the boat in still water in going upstream and downstream is given to us. Find the speed of the boat in still water while going downstream. Neha has also asked the question, right? If you have two options which are multiples of 10, then what do? We can't do anything, Neha, in that case. I mean, if there is any other condition which can help you eliminate one of those options, nothing like it. Otherwise, you have to solve the question. Anyone who's got the answer? Okay, Venkatesh says going by elimination, it should be 5 or 10. That's smart. You're right. Answer should be either 5 or 10 because the downstream part here is 5, right? It should be a multiple of 5. The downstream speed should be a multiple of 5. So only option that satisfies that condition is option 2 and 4. But which among those two? I'll wait for your responses, guys. Quick. No distance is given, somebody says. Distances are given in the pie charts. No, what more do you need? Okay, 10. I think 10 is what most of you have got. Let us discuss the solution now. So here's the next question. On Monday, the boat takes a total of 4 hours and 30 minutes to cover both upstream and downstream distance. Ratio of speed of boat in still water in going upstream to downstream is 4:5. Find the speed of boat in still water while going downstream. So basically it says Monday is the day and the boat takes a total of 4 hours and 30 minutes to cover both upstream and downstream distances. Yeah. Now the ratio of the boat in going upstream versus going downstream is 4:5. Yeah. So, boat upstream is 4x, boat downstream, speed of the boat downstream is 5x. He's asking us to find out the speed of the boat while going downstream, which means this 5x is equal to what? What is this 5x equal to? Now clearly the answer should be a multiple of 5. Question mark is equal to 5x, so it has to be a multiple of 5. I can easily eliminate option 1 since it is not a multiple of 5, option 3, 9, not a multiple of 5, and option 5, 12, as it is not a multiple of 5. Option 2, which is 5 kilometers per hour, is 5 into 1. Option 4, 10 kilometers per hour, is 5 into 2. So these are the possible answers. If we are lucky enough, if one more option gets eliminated in the same process, then we can just mark the left out option as the answer and move to the next one. However, let's do the complete solution now. So he's talking about Monday. Let's find out the distances on Monday. Upstream distance, total distance is 150. Downstream distance total is 180. So on Monday is what color? This orange color here, right? So 18%. What is 18% of 150? 27, right? And downstream distance 15%. 15% of 180 is same, 27. Yeah, 15% of 180 or 18% of 150 should be same, 27. So the distances on Monday are 27. The total time taken to go upstream plus time taken to go downstream is equal to 4 hours and 30 minutes. 4 hours and 30 minutes is 4.5 hours. Yeah, this is equal to 4.5. So solve this now. By the way, the speed of the stream on Monday Speed of the stream on Monday is 3. That also is important, right? That will be needed. Now what is time? Distance by speed. So 27 by what is upstream speed? Speed of the boat minus speed of steam. Speed of the boat, upstream speed of the boat is 4x minus speed of the stream 3 plus time taken to go downstream. What is downstream time? Time is equal to distance by speed, right? Distance downstream is same, 27 by speed downstream. What is the speed downstream? Speed of the boat plus speed of the water. Now, sorry. Speed of the boat plus speed of the water. What is the speed of the boat? Speed of the boat downstream is 5x plus speed of the water or speed of the stream, which is 3. This is equal to 4.5. 4.5 can be taken as 9 by 2. Yeah, that's it. I think one equation, one variable, only x is the variable here. Solve for x and then get the answer. He's asking us to find out 5x. Solve for 5x. I mean, get the value of x from this one. So I think simple calculations is this gets cancelled 3 times. Now do the cross multiplication. So when you simplify, I think we will get 3 into 5x, 15x plus 9 minus plus 3 into 4x, 12x minus 3 into 3 minus 9 divided by 4x minus 3 into 5x plus 3 equals to 1 by 2. Yeah, so 9 and minus 9 gets cancelled. So what do we have overall? 20, see, 15x plus 12x is 27x. 27x into 2, 54x equals to, this gets multiplied on the other side. So 4x into 5x, 20x squared. This is minus 15x plus 12x minus 3x minus 9. Yeah, solve for x from this one. I think the quadratic equation becomes 20x squared minus 57x minus 9 equals 0. So 29 is what, 180, right? How do we get 180 from 57? Minus 60 plus 3, I guess. Yeah. So 20x squared minus 60x plus 3x minus 9 equals to 0. So if you take 20 common, we get x minus 3. If you take 3 common, we get x minus 3. Yeah, so I think x comes out to be 3. Yes or no? X is either, I mean, I'll take 20x common here, sorry. X is either minus 3 by 20, which is not possible, or x is equal to 3. Yeah, so x is equal to 3. What is he asking us to find out? Find the speed of the boat in still water while going downstream. Yeah, downstream speed is 5x. BD equals to what? 5x. So 5 into 3. 15 should be the answer, which is not there in the options. Hold on. 5 into 3. Why am I getting 15 kilometers per hour? 15 is not there in the options, right? Yeah. How is it all of you have got 10? What did I miss? Did I go wrong somewhere? Looks like you should get x equals to 2. I mean, because most of you have marked 10 as the answer, I'm assuming x equals to 2. But I'm getting x equals to 3. Let me just check the calculation once. 15x plus 12x, 27x plus 9 and minus 9. 20x squared minus 15x plus 12x is minus 3x minus 9. All looks okay to me, right? 20x squared minus 15x, 57x minus 9. Yeah, I think 15 is the answer, right? 15 is not there in the options. That's a different story, but 15 is the answer. I don't see anything wrong in our calculation here. Yeah, so I think option 2 is also wrong. Option 4 is also wrong. The correct answer should be 15 kilometers per hour. Could be a printing error here somewhere. But yeah, the final answer is 15 kilometers per hour. Yeah, should we go for the next one now? Very quickly. How did everybody get 10? Sagar has asked that question. I also have the same question, right? How did all of you get 10 kilometers per hour? Option 4. Dheeraj, Ashish, Tanya, Hitesh, Vaibhav, all these guys marked 10. Sandeep, Arpita, Neeraj, Deepak, Balaji. Yeah, I also, Atish, I think second option should be 15 and not 5, but I would consider this to be a typo. Let's go to the next one now. I'm assuming all of you have followed the solution. All right, let me present the next question to you all. Here we go. Here's the next question, quickly. On Tuesday, ratio of speed of boat in still water in going upstream to downstream is 3:8. Also, the difference in speed of the boat in still water in going upstream and downstream is 5 kilometers per hour. If the total time taken by the boat to cover upstream and downstream distance is 14 hours on Tuesday, find the speed of the stream. Okay, so this time we have to work on this missing value, right? For Tuesday, the speed of the stream is not given to us, and that's what we have to find out in this particular question. So I leave it for 60 seconds. I'm sure you'll be able to crack it now. Got it? All right, let's take this up. I'm sure all of you have tried it already. Here we go. On Tuesday, ratio of speed of boat in still water in going upstream to downstream is 3:8. Also, the difference in speed of the boat in still water in going upstream and downstream is 5 kilometers per hour. If the total time taken by the boat to cover upstream and downstream distance is 14 hours on Tuesday, find the speed of the stream. So basically this time we have to find the speed of the stream on Tuesday, right? So far we have been working on finding out the speed of the boat, but this time the speed of the stream has to be calculated. Now first and foremost, he says the ratio of the speed of boat in still water in going upstream and downstream is 3:8. So boat upstream is to boat downstream is equal to 3:8. Also he says the difference in speed of the boat in going upstream and downstream is 5. So upstream difference, downstream is equal to 5. See, clearly this is like 3x and 8x. The difference is 5x. 5x is equal to 5, which means x is equal to 1. So I can now from these two statements conclude that the boat's upstream speed is 3 kilometers per hour and the boat's downstream speed is 5 kilometers per hour. As simple as that. Yes or no? Because 8 kilometers per hour, because 3 and 8 gives you a ratio of 3:8, and 3 difference 8, it is 5. Satisfies both the conditions. So from the first two statements, we have been able to find out the speed of the boat when it is going upstream and speed of the boat when it goes downstream. Yeah. Now he's talking about Tuesday. The total time taken by the boat to cover upstream and downstream distance on Tuesday is 14 hours. Total time is 14 hours, which means time taken to go upstream plus time taken to go downstream is equal to 14 hours. Now substitute the values. Tuesdays, right? He's talking about Tuesday, which is this color here. Tuesday is what? 12% of 150 is 18 and 25% of 180 is 45. Yeah. So do the calculation now. 18 by speed of the stream, let's assume is S. Right, S, speed of the stream is S. So 18 by upstream is speed of the boat minus speed of the stream. So 18 by 3 minus S plus downstream 45 by 8 plus S. Downstream is speed of the boat plus speed of the stream equals to 14 hours, right? Yeah. That's it. Only one equation, one variable. Solve for S and you will get the answer. That's what we need, right? He's asking us to find out the speed of the stream. So by solving this equation, you get the speed of the stream. Right? Maybe you can try substituting the answer options. I mean, there's no point in solving the equation. You know that it will result in a quadratic equation, right? So substitute the answer options one by one and see which one satisfies. See, clearly the answer cannot be 3. Option 3 is eliminated because the moment you say S equals to 3, 3 minus 3 becomes 0. 18 by 0 is not defined. You understand? What is given in the answer options is S. If you take S equals to 3 or anything more than 3. 3 or more than 3 is not accepted. It should be less than 3. Because when you take S equals to 3, this becomes 0. Denominator becomes 0, which is not possible. Now try and substitute first option. Substitute S equals to 2. So 18 by 3 minus 2 is 1. So just check mentally, 3 minus 2 is 1. 8 plus 2 is 10. So 18 by 1, 18. 45 by 10, 4.5. 18 plus 4.5 is 22.5. But what we have here is 14. So option 1 is eliminated. Substitute option 2, 1. 3 minus 1 is 2. 8 plus 1 is 9. So 18 by 2 is 9. 45 by 9 is 5. 9 plus 5, 14. Satisfied. I think option 2 is the answer. Yeah? Option 2 will be the answer. Go by options. Don't solve. Go by options after this. Go by options. Reverse engineering. We get option 2 as answer. 1 kilometer per hour. So 3 minus 1, 2. 8 plus 1, 9. 18 by 2 is 9. 45 by 9 is 5. 9 plus 5, 14. Satisfies. So option 2. Okay. Next question on your screens now. See what it says. On Wednesday, ratio of speed of boat in still water in going upstream to downstream is 4:5. The difference between the time to cover upstream distance and downstream distance is 5 hours. Find the total time taken to cover upstream distance and downstream distance. Solve this. Quick. On Wednesday, the ratio of speed of the boat in still water in going upstream versus downstream is 4:5. The difference between the time taken to cover upstream distance and downstream distance is 5 hours. Find the total time taken to cover the upstream distance and downstream distance. Quick. Anyone who's got the answer? Looks like most of you are involved in your discussion with Shomu, which is good, but quickly solve these last two questions. Option 4. Atish has marked the answer as option 4. 8 hours. He says 8 hours. Chalo, let's take it up. See what it says. On Wednesday, ratio of speed of boat in still water in going upstream to downstream is 4:5. Yeah, so boat upstream versus boat downstream, the ratio is given as 4:5. Yeah, I think you need to understand that BU is to BD equals to 4:5. Next, the difference between the time to cover upstream distance and downstream distance is 5 hours. So time taken to cover upstream, difference time taken to cover downstream is equal to 5 hours. Yeah. Find the total time taken to cover the upstream distance and downstream distance. So he's then asking us to find out TU plus TD equals to what? The difference of upstream and downstream times is given to us, 5 hours. He's asking us to find out the sum of the upstream and downstream times. So TU plus TD is equal to what? And all the calculations are pertaining to Wednesday. Wednesday is this yellow color here, right? So 26% of 150 is 30 plus 9, 39 kilometers here for upstream, and 10% of 180 is 18 kilometers for downstream. I think what smart people would do is immediately eliminate option 1 and option 2. Answer options are 5, 4, 7, 8 and 6. You must understand that answers cannot be 5 or 4, because when the difference itself is 5, how can the sum be 5? You understand? When the difference is 5, how can the sum be 5? The difference of two values is 5. Can the sum of those two values be 5? Not possible. Can it be less than 5? Not possible. See, difference itself is 5. You are removing one value from the other. You are getting 5. So when you add one value to the other, will you get 5 or less than 5 or more than 5? Definitely more than 5. You should understand that the answer has to be greater than 5. No choice. The answer has to be greater than 5. So option 1 and option 2 are eliminated straight. All we have to do now is work on the, of course, do the complete solution to get the remaining answer. The correct answer. So how do we do? Solve this question? Substitute TU difference TD equals to 5. This is the only equation we have, so I think we need to just work with this one. So upstream 39 divided by what is the day here? Wednesday, right? Wednesday it is given as 2. So 39 by 4x minus 2 minus, let's say, 18 by 5x plus 2, right? Downstream is sum of the speeds. Equals to 5. What is he asking us to find out? So I think we need to get x from this one, and then you got to get the value of x. Once you find out x, you can substitute and find out the sum of the times. So solve for x now. I'm just wondering if it can be made simpler by any ways. Find the total time taken to cover the upstream distance and downstream distance. Difference is 5 hours. Answer has to be more than 5, but yeah. I think first and foremost we need to get the value of x. So solve for x. Solve for x. First of all, solve for x. So do this. I think this will be a quadratic equation, right? Which I don't want to solve. I'm just wondering if there's a better way of getting the answer. But doesn't look like there are no cancellations also. So let's solve for x, get the answer. You'll get the value of x. After that, you just need to add these two. You need to put plus and find out what comes in place of question mark. As simple as that. So what do we get here? 39 times 5, 150, 195x plus 78 minus 72x plus 36 divided by 4x minus 2 into 5x plus 2 equals to 5. 39 5s is 195. 195 plus 78 minus 72x plus 36 equals to this. So 195 minus 72 is what? I mean, this is going to be 123x. 78 and 36 how much? 114. Five into 4, 20x square into 100x square, minus 10x plus 8x is minus 2x. Yeah, minus 2x multiplied by 5, minus 10x overall, and minus 4 into 5, minus 20. So that's the quadratic equation. Yeah, looks too lengthy. Solve for x now. 100x squared minus 10x minus 123x minus 133x minus 20 minus 114, so minus 134 equals to 0. I mean, one way of trying and avoiding all this complexity is to maybe, first of all, I don't know, is the equation looks correct? Just check. 100x square minus 133x minus 134, yeah. This is a clumsy equation. I mean, who will do this in the exam? What can be done? What else can be done? Can I take, let's say if I take x equals to 1, what happens? 4 minus 2 is 2, 39 by 2, and this is 18 by 7. No, it doesn't get cancelled. If I take x equals to 2, 39 by 8 minus 2 is 6, 39 by 6, 39 by 6 will be 6. Understand? Instead of doing all this crap here, I mean, eventually we will have to do this, but I am saying if we substitute, let's say x equal to 1 doesn't satisfy, because if I take x equals to 1, this becomes 39 by 2 and 18 by 7. It will not result in an integer value on the right hand side. So x equals to 1, but let's say x equals to 2. So 8 minus 2 is 6, 39 by 6. 39 by 6 minus 18 by 5 into 2, 12, 10 plus 2, 12. Yeah, will this be equal to 5? Just check. I think it will be equal to 5 because this is like 78 by 12. 78 by 12 minus 18 by 12. It's like 60 by 12. 60 by 12 is 5. Yeah. So we can conclude that x is equal to 2. Otherwise, solve for the quadratic equation. Anyway, so x is equal to 2. Now, what is he actually asking us to find out? He's asking us to find out tu plus td. So tu plus td means what? You just have to take plus in between and find out what comes in place of question mark. So 78 by 12 plus 18 by 12. 96 by 12. 96 by 12 is 8. Yeah. You understand? Tu plus td. I mean, I am running short of space here. What do I do? Let me clear this. Yeah. So now that we have got x equals to 2 by random substitution, which is not preferable, we should be having a better way of doing it, or otherwise skip it. But anyway, what do we do finally? 39 by 6 plus has to be done, right? td is 18 by 12. That's the final answer. Yeah, 18 by 12 is 18 by 12 is 1.5. 39 by 6 is 6.5. 1.5 and 6.5 is 8. So 8 hours will be the final answer, option 4. All right. Chalo, let me quickly move to the next one. I think the last question for this session today and also from this data interpretation set. See what it says. Time taken to cover the upstream distance on Thursday is 12 hours more than the time taken to cover the downstream distance on Friday. Total speed of boat in the still water on Thursday and Friday is 11 kilometers per hour. Find the ratio of speed of the boat in still water on Thursday and Friday. I'm sure you know how to solve this question, right? I mean, we have solved similar questions only in the earlier 3-4 questions that were given. He says time taken to cover upstream distance on Thursday is 12 hours more than the time taken to cover the downstream distance on Friday. So time taken to cover upstream on Thursday is equal to time taken to cover downstream on Friday plus 12. That's the equation. Time taken to cover the upstream distance on Thursday is 12 hours more than the time taken to cover the downstream distance on Friday. Now the total speed of the boat in still water on Thursday and Friday is 11 kilometers per hour. So basically speed of the boat on Thursday plus speed of the boat on Friday is 11 kilometers per hour. He is asking us to get the ratio of the speed of the boat on Thursday and Friday. So you know how to frame this equation, right? You can work on this equation to get the answer, because Thursday's stream speed is 2.5. Thursday's distances are also known to us. 30% of 150, 45, and 20% of 180, 36. So all the values are given. You can easily find out the speed of the boat on Thursday or the speed of the boat on Friday from this one equation. But then a smart way of solving the question is what? You know that the sum is 11, like we have done in the past, right? If the sum is 11, T is to F is equal to 11. Same like the first question from this set. T is to F equals to 11. Sorry, yeah, T plus F equals to 11. He's asking us to find out T is to F. So like what we have discussed earlier, the sum of these two terms should be a multiple of 11. Now 6 plus 7 here is 13, cannot be the answer. 4 plus 5 is 9, cannot be the answer. Yeah, 7 plus 9 is 16, cannot be the answer. 7 plus 8 is 15, cannot be the answer. 5 plus 6 is 11, has to be the answer. Option 4 has to be the answer. So what smart people would do is just verify using the options. Smart way of solving the question, 5 is to 6. Otherwise, just play with this. I mean, this is one equation that we have. This is the other equation we have. Only 2 equations, and there will be 2 unknowns. You can solve for those 2 unknowns to get the answer. Yeah. Anyway, let me write the full equations that you can solve it yourself when you want to. So what will be the equation? Thursday's time is upstream time, right? 45 by T minus 2.5. This will be equal to 36 by Friday can be taken as 11 minus T. 11 minus T plus 2.5 plus 12. So only one equation and one variable. Can you solve? Yes. Solve for T, which is Thursday's speed of the boat. Once you get Thursday's speed of the boat, you can also get Friday's speed of the boat, and then get the ratio. But all that is not needed in my view, because going by options, only option 4 satisfies. So be smart and save your precious time in the exam. On that note, let me close the session here. It's 8:35 and yeah, a lot of other questions are lined up, but we will meet again next week to discuss the rest of the questions and the newer ones which have been posted in the discussion forum. Until then, you guys should just keep practicing. Remember, these 35 days left for your IBPS PU exam are not gonna come back. Okay, so the more you practice, the easier it would get. All right, so keep practicing and take very good care of yourselves. I'll see you all in the next session. Bye.